Recording in progress.
Hey, welcome to this recruitment training from the NEIC. This training specifically if you're locked out of your school. I'm John Martin. I'm a senior district executive with the Potawatomi District with about 7 years of professional scouting experience, and I'm an Eagle Scout.
I am Mark Bryant. I am the district executive of Aptakisik, and I have about 2 years of professional scouting experience.
So during this short presentation, we're going to talk a little bit about Facebook and other social media promotion, some of the resources that are out there, adult peer-to-peer promotion and the studies behind that, community events, direct mail, and your PTO relationships with your local school.
So for Facebook promotion, there's a couple of things to know. One is that when you go to, and we'll show you this in a bit, the membership page, and you let us know when your membership event is going to be, we will create a Facebook ad for you. We generate that from our local council, and we will boost that as well. However, boosting that is not the farthest you can go. What we really recommend is that you take that ads link and you share it with the following groups. If you have a unit Facebook page, make sure it's posted there. You can also request to co-host the event with us. You should always post it to your personal page so that all your friends can see it. If you're a member of any community groups, you can share it there as well. If you're a member of your PTO or a parents group or a neighborhood parents group, those are good places to share it because those are very specific and focus groups. And then, of course, there are other apps that you can sometimes share these to. Nextdoor, Instagram, anywhere you can get the word out, that's more eyes looking at your unit. And it's critical that you RSVP to the events. These are events, not just ads or pages. So they do keep a count of how many people have said they're going to be there. And somebody's more likely to come to an event that is going to be attended by 15 people than just 2. What else can you do? Well, you can, if you have videos or good photos of youth doing activities in your unit, you can always share those. And we also have videos and other media from the marketing and membership page on our iHub site to kind of make your page a little better looking and have some really nice looking professionally put together stuff.
So if you have some, you're not really experienced with Facebook, you're not a phone person, you don't have many apps on your phone, and if you don't have many Facebook friends, like I have 500 Facebook friends, I have a lot of Facebook friends. If you only have 90 or something, this is probably not the task for you. You don't have a big enough network to promote a Cub Scout event. You want to look for the families in your unit that have a ton of Facebook friends, have a lot of networks. There are members of a lot of local parents groups on Facebook. Those are the ones that can really push your social media events. And for those parents, this is a small ask because they're already on Facebook. The average Facebook user is on Facebook for over an hour a day. So they're already there. We're gonna change screens here a little bit, and we're going to demo Facebook for you. So give me a moment to bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we create for you. This is what it looks like from the user side. So when we scroll down here, this is what we want every member of your pack to do. Look at this share button. This will share a link. You can post that link into other apps. You can post that into Nextdoor. You can email that link. You can do whatever you want with that link. It's a link to this page. Even if the person doesn't have Facebook, they can see the basics about the event. Share to newsfeed, that's share to your own page. So you're going to share it to your own page, and then other people you are friends with will be able to see it. Share and message, that's a direct messenger. You'll send a direct message to your friends. So anyone who's on Instagram or Facebook that you're friends with, you can share on Messenger. Share to a page, that's what you want to do if your unit has a page or if you manage a page. Say you manage your church's page, you could share it to your church's page here. Share to a group. When we talk about these parents groups, That's where they are. Share to that parents group. Click that. You'll have an option for every group that you're in. And share to onto a friend's profile. That's you're sharing over to a friend's wall is what they used to call it. Now it's a news feed or a timeline. Another thing that I recommend is this invite button, especially if you have a ton of Facebook friends. This is awesome. This will give them a push notification for every friend you choose. So I click this, say, I want to invite Mark. I click Mark. You can invite up to 500 people in one go. And you send an invite. Mark's going to get his phone's going to buzz, and he's going to get a push notification from Facebook.
Using these is where we've shown, flyers, community boards, things like that are being used less and less. That is all moving to a digital format. So these kinds of pushes and these kinds of asks are going to be more impactful in the upcoming years than they have been in the past.
I want to talk a little bit more about adult peer-to-peer because these Facebooks are about inviting your peers as an adult. The National BSA did a study finding out how families join Cub Scouting. Over 52% of these families joined because there was a direct solicitation from a peer family. Someone asked them, one of their friends, one of their peers asked them to join the Cub Scout pack. That's over half. So if you can't get into your school, just remember, over half of families that join are joining because of a personal ask. Encourage your parents in your packs to reach out to all their networks, either digitally, physically by talking to your neighbors, or picking up the phone. Make sure you invite your friends, your coworkers, other acquaintances. Invite these connections to something high energy. Don't invite them to a committee meeting or a parents meeting. Invite them to something like a rocket launch.
Community events. We have many units re-engaging in their community events throughout the year as things get restarted after COVID. These types of things can include community days, like a Grays Lake Days or a Libertyville Days. They can include farmers markets, all sorts of things. But there are definitely good practices and bad practices. So you want to, first of all, consider the demographic of the attendees. There are certain groups that attract an older crowd, certain groups that attract the young families that are looking for events for their kids. You want to make sure you're focusing on those events. For example, Master Gardeners Club, Lions Club Community Breakfast. That's a good place to talk to the grandparents, but ultimately the grandparents aren't making the decision on where their kids go. Good events are those community-wide events. If it's got rides for kids to go ride on, that's a good event. If it has activities or a youth fun area and some good attendance, that's a good event as well. If you can get a table at one of these events, we encourage that you set up some kind of small activity for them. That activity can be something simple like a game of cornhole, some small stomp rockets. If you have the inflatable rain gutter regatta set up, that is nice and small and can be fit at a booth. The key to working these types of events is that you are not going to collect a lot of applications. These are not deal closing events. What you want to do is have a sign-in sheet and a flyer to give to the parent. Make sure that they sign that sign-in sheet and that they at least give you a phone number or an email. They don't have to give you both, but that gives you something to follow up on. And then within those next 48 hours, you can use that list to make personal invites to everybody who showed up to your event or to this community event. And it gives you something to follow up on. Again, giving somebody a scouting application or asking somebody to sign in on beascout.org at an event where they didn't show up for scouting is a very big ask. And a lot of units, if they try to go about that way, will feel a bit defeated after the event. It is very easy to collect a name and an email and to follow up with those parents later and invite them to activities and events where they actually will fill out that application for you.
I recommend we always collect everyone's cell phone numbers and then give everyone a text message invite to the next event that you have. You just text them and say, hey, thank you for stopping by the scouting booth. We're having this cool rocket launch coming up on Saturday. Hope to see you there.
Absolutely. More and more volunteers even are asking us to text them, not email them. So texting is a great way to get those invites out.
I'm going to demonstrate our membership website so you can see where all membership resources are and how to sign up for them. So this is our membership landing page. You go to get to here, it's neic.org/membership. Should be quite easy to remember. This has our whole membership plan on it. You can see our social media is on here that we already talked about. There is some tutorials on how to hold a registration table style recruitment. There's some information on your PAC's goals and that you get free rockets. There's, most importantly, this is how you order recruitment materials. So you click this button to order recruitment materials. This is how you tell us when your date is. Even if you don't want any materials outside of a couple flyers, please do this so we can get an advertisement out on Facebook and get your event boosted. Click that button. It'll send you to a form. All you do, fill out the form, your name, PAC, fill that out. There's going to be another page that asks for your event information, where you're actually going to have your recruitment. And then it asks what type of materials you want. Super duper easy.
Most importantly, and we've mentioned this, but this is the survey you fill out to get that Facebook ad. We will not create the council generated Facebook ad unless this survey gets filled out. So fill it out. We really ask that you fill it out about 3 weeks ahead of time. That gives us a week to get things put together, and then 2 solid weeks of promotion, which is really what you need for a good, effective advertisement. Now, let's say you can't get into the school, you cannot hand out flyers to the school. They're not taking even the digital flyers or the paper flyers anymore. So how do we reach the kids at our local schools? We can do so by working through the parent-teacher organizations. There is a strong chance that at least one person in your unit, one parent, is involved with the parent-teacher or they attend meetings. Those are the parents that you need to talk to. If you work with them, you might be able to get your hands on directories from the parent-teacher organization or the school. And once you have that directory, we can then help you put together direct mailers, and you can also use those to do phone invites as well. So it's important to know that schools are allowed to share that information. Sometimes they will be, sometimes they won't be initially open to sharing it with me, the professional, but they do share it with the parents and they do share it with you. So if you have a PAC, especially if you have a PAC that is chartered by a parent-teacher organization, you do want to talk to that parent-teacher organization to see if you can get that information. Once you have that information, we can help you put together postcards. We can help you put together mailings and other things. On that postcard, we can put your event. We can put your QR code. Even more so than the Facebook ad, it is critical that you get this information to us 3 weeks ahead of the event if you want to do these postcards, because postcards have to be mailed. So here we're looking at more of a timeline of a week to get it put together, and then half a week to a week of that existing in the mail, and then a week of it arriving at those people's houses, inviting them to your event.
Well, thank you for attending our presentation. Right now, I'm going to show you an extra credit deep dive into our marketing and membership hub. So if you're tech savvy and you're interested in ways you can get the message out through videos and other assets, I'd like to show you where these assets are. So to find all of our marketing information, you go to scoutingwire.org. Once you're on Scouting Wire, look for Marketing and Membership Hub right at the top, click on that. This is everything that you'd ever want about recruitment from the national organization. It has information of webinars on every area of recruitment. There's new unit sales kits. But importantly, here is the BSA Brand Center, where you can find everything, all of our logos and videos and all the assets. So click on BSA Brand Center. This is a server website, so it's a little bit different of a website. And here you can see our Escape the Indoors resources for this year. They also have some custom videos. So go here, click on this Escape the Indoors recruitment, and you'll see these folders. You also see folders for every single thing scouting here. It's all sorted in a standard file system. So there's social media. These are images that are perfectly sized for Facebook and Instagram. There's billboards. Those billboards are also great profile topper pictures. There's flyers. So if you don't like the flyer that we have, you can use these flyers for digital flyers. There's email templates. You can use these email templates. There's an onboarding welcoming sheet for new families. I recommend using that for sure. And there's other things you can use. There's cards that you can have. You can print these off, give every person cards in your unit. Web banners, videos. I like the videos. Some of these you can download them and share them on your social media. These scout talks are great. They're 30-second quick hits from a scout telling other scouts to join scouting. So if you can get that video into the hands of your school to put on their listserv or go out in morning announcements, that's perfect. It's 30 seconds. All they have to do is click play. If you have a digital backpack for your school, that can go in there. There's also other videos. I just recommend you come to BSA Brand Center under the Marketing and Membership Hub on scoutingwire.org and check that out. Thank you very much for staying around for the extra credit. And I hope you have a wonderful recruiting season. Mark and I are here to help you. Please reach out to us with whatever you need. We're here to help.